stop pushing, play it safe, don't overheat. Those are common sayings. But what if neither team has a sentinel, a defensive specialist? That means there's a weakness in the comp. Now, what happens when two world-class teams with their backs against the wall laser focus on abusing those weaknesses? Welcome to Fnatic vs G2 from VCT Champions Playoffs. We're in the lower bracket, meaning both teams are out of last chances. The loser of this best of 3 gets eliminated. The winner survives. Fnatic destroyed G2 on map 1, 13-3. Map 2 is on bind, and neither team is running a sentinel. Into G2's dismay, Fnatic ended the first half with a dominant 8-4 lead. The momentum is Fnatic's, they're just 5 rounds away from eliminating G2. But Fnatic are about to experience perhaps the hardest 5 rounds of their career. Oh, and it's Chronicle's birthday today, but that doesn't have anything to do with this match. If you're here, you're probably a beautiful, sexy, handsome gamer with an itch for big brain strategy. If that's the case, then you'll probably like our sponsor, Arknights. In this game, you're a doctor who commands a team of operators to combat antagonists. With each battle, you grow your team, progress deeper into the story, and reveal more about the world of Terra. Yes, Arknights is a strategic RPG that weaves together a captivating and immersive storyline with strategic gameplay, and something exciting is coming up. In collaboration with Rainbow Six Siege, they are launching a limited time event called Operation Lucent Arrowhead. You'll get access to 4 new operators of Team Rainbow. In Arknights, they accurately present their appearances and skills from the original Rainbow Six Siege. They are the 6-star operator, Trapmaster Ella. She can trap the enemies and lower their defenses. 5-star operator, Instructor Doc. His healing skill is still outstanding, offering great support to their teammates. 5-star operator, Dollkeeper Iana, who can easily make herself invisible while removing the stealth of enemies. And 5-star crossover operator, Centurion Fuse, which you'll get for free during this event. Not only that, you'll also get access to more side stories, exclusive skins, 20 complimentary summons, and more. Arknights is now available on iOS and Android, so what are you waiting for? Download it today using my link in the description below. This pistol round could decide everything. Will Fnatic win and snowball to a dominant 10-4 lead? Or will G2 win and begin closing the gap 6-8? The result of this elimination match could rest on this single round. So what strats will both these teams wield? G2 open with a 3-1-1 spread. They want to default B long, then end in a B split. Or, if B is looking a little sus, they can safely take the TP to A since Leaf is passively holding the shower space. But what about short? Well, instead of leaving it completely open, Leaf throws this default Viper wall short. When this wall goes up, it will deny all short info from the A site defenders and threaten a short walker from G2. In this round, since G2 have no one starting short, this wall's purpose is to just fake pressure. But Fnatic have found the gap. Fnatic open with 4 players short. Momentum is on their side, they want to stay proactive and walk down short. Since B is their weak side of the map, they deploy this Viper wall. It's great for stalling long and hookah pushes, but it has 2 secret functions, and Fnatic are going to use them both in this round. The barriers drop, hero fade ice through the TP.
If they cannot convert on this.
And that is secret number 1. Off round start, Fnatic immediately put up their Viper wall as they fade eye through the TP. The eye gets info outside hookah, sure, but its main purpose is to threaten a very specific play. When the eye goes through the TP, it opens the door, and a defender can cross out of hookah behind the Viper wall and slip into the teleporter right before the door closes. So attackers won't know if someone is actually in the teleporter or not, meaning taking hookah control becomes exponentially riskier. But Jonapia's experience, he knows this play. So after breaking the eye, he spams through the wall. At the same time, G2 triple swing long. Boaster spots G2 on his jump peak. He smokes off long in response. But while all this was happening, the pack of Fnatic is slowly sneaking up short.
Meanwhile, Fnatic.
This is the second secret of Fnatic's wall. The tail end of their Viper wall reaches all the way into market. So if there's an attacker market holding short, it will block off their line of sight. Not only that, it also lets defenders get set up in off angles before putting it down, revealing a jump scare that would give any pro nightmares. Fnatic does exactly this, but G2 aren't market. No kills found, they decisively keep moving forward because Fnatic know that timing is everything.
All series long. Jonah P's gonna get caught here. He's dead. He's done.
Fnatic draws first blood. G2 are down a player. They know that Fnatic are close on the flank. So G2 know that they need to activate now. Leaf begins working up showers. G2's long players smoke sight and swing. Boaster responds by Astra sucking the choke, stopping G2's push. Since Leaf's already working up showers, G2 are like, we've made enough noise, let's TP to A. But Fnatic know this is a possibility, so they sprint over to fast flank long.
Never knew it hit him.
And look at how slow G2 are to make a decision. They want to take the teleporter.
But they decide in that moment, just briefly, to dig their heels in and turn and fight. And so that equalizes things for at least just a little bit of 3v3 Althea with 2 HP. Trent now much better off. A stiff win cleans up both. Do they realize how close Hero
Balan
is?
falls. The numbers tip in Fnatic's favor. This is disastrous for G2.
Balan's the first to fall. They're gonna have to attempt to fight for this retake. Boaster now joining the fray. He's healthy too with a ghost in hand. Silence, just a moment of pause as G2 realize this is a desperate need to pull off this pistol, and it's gotten down to 1. Trent is so weak. Boaster left in a 1v1. A catastrophic call to arms for G2.
Will this be the one, Doug?
Boaster's gotten it to half. The spray coming through, 40 HP again, just a tap, just a dare. There's the swing, he spots the heal. He's nipping at it, but again, the timing, the position from Trent is gorgeous. The kill comes through for Boaster, but the round for G2.
And a huge play by Leaf and a calculated clutch by Trent wins G2 this crucial pistol round. But G2 are still down 3 rounds. Can they keep this up? G2 have a weapons advantage. This is a round they're not supposed to lose. No, it's a round they can't afford to lose. G2 open with 4B long 1 showers. They have better weapons, so they want to use them to take this long range fight, while Leaf passively holds showers alone, giving G2 the option to pivot A if needed. But there's a problem. Fnatic have an ingenious setup prepared. They open with a 1-2-2 spread, but there's more than meets the eye. Durka has a Bucky. He wants to tuck himself into the cubby short, with Hero breaking any util that comes his way. Towards B, Boaster is jump spotting B long like usual, and Alpha and Chronicle are about to double peek Hookah. But before that, Chronicle deploys a Viper wall that not only covers both chokes on B, but it also goes through the TP and blocks off showers. So Fnatic's goal is to blatantly show that B is their strong side in hopes that G2 will respond by pivoting A. But wait, there's a wall blocking off showers. That could be very dangerous. So G2 will likely funnel into short, right into Durka's Bucky. Now the question is, will G2 fall into this trap? The barriers drop, G2 wide swing long.
Feeling it.
Boaster spots G2. He smokes long in response. At the same time, Alpha and Chronicle peek out Hookah. They don't see anyone, so they begin walking down Hookah, thinking they found a gap in G2's default. But Valen is expecting this.
2 satchels. No armor. 18 and 8.
And G2 punishes Fnatic's aggression. 5v3 in favor of G2. Jonah P remembers that Fnatic walked down short last round. He knows Fnatic could be doing the same thing again this round, so he sky flashes Market for info. The flash detects nothing, Market is cleared. But G2 stay patient. They know that Fnatic have to take a risk, make a play to equalize the numbers. And they're right. Boaster decides to re-aggress Hookah.
But for now, it's just a freeze of the round, using Sky utility for more info. It's timing. Is Boaster gonna find it?
Ooh, he barely misses the timing. G2 storm forward, smoke sight. They raise nades, sky flash. Sight seems clear. They send Lil Bro out to plant the spike with the support of Dizzy.
So now he can fill in on the space behind him. If they want to commit to B, they can, but they can also take the T. Well, I guess they can't anymore.
Yeah.
Spike is planted, the post plant begins. Fnatic have 1 elbow, 1 CT, and 1 hookah, while G2 are all long. But little do Fnatic know, their time is already running low. Because towards A, Leaf is pushed through showers and is on the flank.
And the contingency plan of him as well, just as you said.
Heavy numbers from G2 back towards B. There was that first satchel, still one more. to try to propel him back into stealing another round away from G2.
And this is where
The double molly stall is insane.
get the spike planted. It's the post-plant scenarios. The cycle of utility, the fighting together.
In G2, take down Fnatic without losing a single player. 6-8 now, but next round, Fnatic will finally be armed with a full buy. G2 basically have an op this round. 3 Fnatic players only have half armor, so they're gonna get one shot by Leaf's Outlaw. On top of that, because G2 didn't lose a single player last round, they have quite the strong bonus loadout, but it doesn't change the fact that Fnatic's full buy is still superior. G2 opened with a 2-1-1-1 wide default. Wow, that's weird to say. As for Fnatic, they open with 2B, 3A. Fnatic have a read that G2 will hit A this round, but little do they know, their read is wrong. But G2 are going to make them think that they're right. The barriers drop, Leaf throws his Viper Orb short. This smoke paired with the wall denies all info short from Fnatic. It's a scary default. As chemical warfare is happening short, Leaf doubles up with Jonah P and showers. Then they dog forward. Durka breaks the dog, and during all this noise, G2's players towards B are silently posted. G2 just showed heavy Viper util short and Skydog showers. So they're pressuring the A side of the map, hoping to bait Fnatic to aggress hookah or long, where G2 are waiting to punish. But Fnatic are set up to receive an A hit already, so their B players on the weak side of the map don't plan on pushing. They still need info though, so Alphayear is jump peeking long for deep info. But G2 can't hear this.
First 2 rounds.
Now the dog out A.
Yep, that keeps 3 members of G2 of Fnatic towards A site. But it's a heavy lean B. That spike is right there.
They hear him there. And Alphayear gets enough info. They realize they hear the stimmy. They know they're coming.
B long is G2's. Trent farms the orb. He's only 1 off his ult now. At this moment, Jonah P and Leaf are regrouped B with the team. So G2 are calling to end B, which is exactly Fnatic's weak site. But with all this noise made B long, Fnatic's A players begin getting active. They double peek short. Don't see anyone, so they creep up next to the TP. Hero prowls through, it detects nothing outside of hookah, but Leaf was actually spectating from right outside of its range. He knows that Fnatic think the space is cleared, so he skips forward to quickly take the space. Will Boaster expect this timing?
Well, that Prowler did not connect, but Leaf has made a lot of noise. Boaster should know that he's here, but he's so careful, so quietly and so cautiously cutting up at the angle as he tries to swing.
Boaster stalls the push with this smoke, still holding onto hookah control for Fnatic. G2 are split up, 3 long, 2 hookah. They're committed to splitting B, but first they need to wait out the smoke, so they remain patient. But time is ticking. G2 might only have 1 chance at this execute.
Boaster's still in a really good spot though. Is there anything to flush him out? They don't have the dog, he does have a flash.
They're gonna have to wait these smokes out, but he's just gonna cycle them. The power of Astra is what we're seeing right now.
As it goes down, bullets erupt off the stun, no passage in.
Fade Eye and Viper Molly are sent through the TP to support Boaster. Leaf and Jonah P know they could be getting pinched, so they're forced to step back. But G2 have less than 30 seconds left, so their long players speed up the hit. Now Boaster's the one who's being pressured on 2 fronts.
No safety found. They've got Boaster.
Boaster falls. Chronicle and Hero TP to help, but they're too late. They try to get out, but G2 already triple posted, and Valen seals the door with the smoke. G2 are like, Fnatic just double TP'd. There can only be 2 players max retaking from CT. So Trent, who has his Gecko ult from planting the spike, ults into elbow as Icy follows.
The Thrash clearing back out elbow. Don't think that connected. Yeah, Alphayear still in a really good spot. Look at Icy's position. As soon as he gets on the move, there may be something going on here. As Trent trying to keep them back, Durka will fall. And now they push, they're trapped in the telly.
Upgrades across the board. They're gonna have to sit in this teleporter for as long as they can, but if you look at the minimap, look at Icy. He's gonna flank him.
At least enough to open the door.
And that's an upgrade for the Bulldog.
He can Roomba his way through the TP. That's exactly what he's gonna do. The door will open. Oh no, it trolled him a little bit. The angle wasn't great. Chronicle might survive this. They did their damnedest, but it wasn't enough.
And G2 somehow flawlessly win their bonus round. Fnatic are bankrupt, and G2's economy is about to snowball out of control. G2 are rolling in cash now since he didn't incur a single death in the last 2 rounds. As for Fnatic, they're forced to save, but they decide to buy 4 Buckies this round. Durka wants to push up to tuck into the short cubby with his Bucky since G2 didn't see him do it round 2. But have G2 read this play? Because they're all starting A this round.
The reminders will have to keep coming.
Look at this investment from Fnatic. 4 Buckies. Oh, he's in there.
The goop just obfuscates everything.
And Durka gets completely flushed out. While that was happening, Jonapi was dogging showers and it gets broken by Chronicle. Now, right before Durka died, he saw 3 G2 players short. They also saw Leaf's Viper Molly, and just now, Skydog showers. With this, all 5 G2 players are accounted for towards A. So towards B, Alphayear immediately farms the orb long and begins flanking to take space. Back short, G2 are stalled out by Fnatic's smoke, so the game slows down.
All right, maybe the other Buckies will find some success.
Or maybe it'll be Alphayear who just walked all the way down B long.
The smoke's about to fade, so Hero backs off, and instantly G2 put up their Viper smoke short. G2 could be re-hitting A, so Chronicle, the only player on Fnatic with a rifle, looks for a dual showers to equalize the numbers.
Chronicle the only one with a weapon, and now that sits harmlessly on the ground in showers.
Deleted.
This is such a patient, disciplined freeze. This is, this is G2 Valorant right here.
G2 are calling, hey, the rifle is on the ground showers. Someone on Fnatic will want to grab it. So G2 inserts Leaf short to hold the crosshair showers while the rest of G2 regroups to re-clear showers together, while Valen holds the potential big flank from caves.
Whether the previous anti-eco was B long this time, take control of short A, freeze the round, wait for a walk-in.
They must be cautious here. That flash did not tag, but the Outlaw will. Boaster tried getting into a position to punish, but he could not succeed. And so now G2 again are in a position where they, barring something going really sideways.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Fnatic are winning this one. They're just playing for exits now.
Look at the economy right now. They're going to have a couple players hitting max cash.
Yeah.
Probably invest in shorties every single round. Alphayear heard that reload. He's trying to cheese this kill onto Leaf, and he just might do it.
There's the wall. There's the snap. Alphayear's down. Leaf's now 3 away from having his ult.
And this is G2's 3rd flawless round in a row. G2 are on fire right now. They claw back and tie up the score 8-8. G2 will not be eliminated today. Fnatic call a timeout.
Alright guys, what are G2 doing? Well, they've been defaulting long and dogging showers. Hey guys, hear me out. I think their short is weak. Durka, you literally just got shit on short. What are you talking about? No, hear me out. Pistol, they had no one holding short. The 2 rounds after, still no one short. They even let us toss our toys to the TB for free. And only last round did they use a ton of utility to clear short because they were all there. Okay, so either no one is short or G2 are all there to clear together off rip. Okay, we can cook with this. Guys, and remember, we gotta stay proactive. Don't let go of the pedal and we'll take back the lead in no time.
So Fnatic have noticed a trend, a weakness in G2's default. With this in mind, they opened this round with 2 hookah and 3 A. They have a deep Astra Star short. What are they gonna cook up? As for G2, they open with a 3-0-1-1 spread. They wanna start off slow, post forward push, figure out what Fnatic are up to. The barrier drop, Leaf throws his U-Haul orb lineup and immediately puts up his wall. G2 swing long. They don't spot anyone, so they just post up. At the same time, Durka runs up showers and jump peeks. No one spotted, so Fnatic know G2 aren't doing a showers default. Back short, Leaf puts down his wall as his orb lands. Fnatic are like, okay, so there's no one showers, no early G2 presence short, and their wall's on cooldown. This is the gap in their default. So Fnatic quickly group up to triple walk down short. But this is what G2 were waiting for. Everyone on G2 is sitting back and holding for a push.
From G2.
Oh, Hero, he was trying to block that orb, but he just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, not able to hit the headbutt. A recall.
1-for-1 trade, but Durka wasn't seen in that fight, so he thinks he might have a timing and keeps on pushing. G2 know Fnatic push short, so they silently start taking space long. But Boaster and Alphayear both have the same idea and double peek out of hookah. Hero also fade outs market, nothing scanned, and Durka just fully cleared outside showers. So at this point, Fnatic have control of the entire A side of the map, plus outside hookah. Process of elimination, Fnatic know G2 have to be long. So Boaster places his star long and smokes off Garden before he and Alphayear push out hookah. G2's long push is stalled out, but that's okay, G2 are thinking. Valen still needs time to regroup with the team, but Fnatic can hear him rotating.
All of the space that's been taken and realizing that that's their weak spot. Valen has to be careful here. He's going to try to get across. They hear him, they know he's there, and they're going to try to cut him off. There he is, he's been spotted.
Alphayear picks off Valen. G2 are forced to speed up their hit. G2 know they lost hookah, market, and short, and that at least 2 Fnatic players are hookah. There's not enough space long in sight, so G2 plant for backside and call to take space CT, looking to isolate and pick off a rotator.
The way Fnatic, and again, Alphayear's got his thrash.
Hero TPs. That means Fnatic don't have a single player retaking from spawn. G2 are CT. Fnatic are retaking from hookah and long. The attackers and defenders have basically swapped sides. With that, the retake begins.
Such a powerful tool in the retake. The thing is, it's from really far back. G2 showing a lot of respect here.
Yeah, no real value gathered from that thrash. He might be able to pick it up though, and Wingman could get on the spike.
The Mosh will buy a little bit of time to deny some of the flood out if that's what their attempt was. Dizzy over the top, tagging a couple.
But it's not halved. It should have been halved.
When do G2 go? They might not get the chance. Jonah P gets dealt with.
And G2, trapped in halls, gets mowed down. Fnatic strike back, reclaiming their lead. Durka is one off his Raze ult. Leaf is one off his Viper ult. Oh boy. G2 have had enough. They need to stop Fnatic from walking down short. So G2 open with all 5 players short. Leaf is going to throw his Viper Orb U-Haul before going late showers. But has Fnatic read this? They open with 3B, 2A. Durka is one off his Raze ult, so Fnatic want to grab him the orb long and then use his ult to retake A. The barriers drop, Leaf throws his U-Haul orb and then pivots towards showers. Chronicle also throws his smoke lineup for one-way short and then gets set up in U-Haul. While Viper orbs are soaring through the skies, towards B, Fnatic double swing long. Durka immediately farms the ult orb. The balls on Fnatic to do this. They must have had a hard read that G2 are starting heavy A. And their read is right. So Durka safely farms the orb, his Raze ult is now online. But Fnatic aren't stopping there. Since no one peeked them long, they call to push forward. Fnatic are relentless in their aggression. But even this push might be a bit too slow. Because towards A, G2 activate their Viper util short. Fnatic immediately respond by activating their one-way smoke. But G2 called to slam A despite the one-way in front of them.
There's an answer back from Fnatic. Can they maintain this pressure?
They're going to try to accelerate here.
Chronicle and Hero both back off and double post vents. Their goal is to just live and punish any overaggression from G2, while their win con, the double flank, arrives.
There was no delay.
He's got to know. They have to know that there's a flank, but are they expecting 2? Jonah P has been asked to make a stand. Can he deliver? He's going to spot the first, but he can't clean him up. Can Icy do what his teammate could not? No! Another round dominantly going the way of Fnatic. What can Leaf and Trent do? They're going to invest the pit?
In a 2v4?
Such a disadvantageous situation, and now they're going to invest the showstopper on the other side, and it's all on to Leaf. Still trying to play around the pit, and he can't find safe space in.
Fnatic stretched their lead, 10-8. This was a costly round for G2, investing both Brimstone and Viper ult and still losing the round. G2 call a timeout. During their timeout, G2 realized that Fnatic are always pushing and always flanking, so they adjust their game plan to counter that. But first, they need to focus on this next round. Trent is one off his Gecko ult, and G2 know that Fnatic can afford an up. With all this in mind, G2 open with a 1-1-3 spread. Fnatic's op on defense can be posted long, short, and showers at round start. So G2 called to use util to safely take showers control and grab Trent the ult orb. That'll make a lot of noise, which might bait out a hookah walkout from Fnatic. So Valen is posted for it in market. ready to punish a peek. But G2's read is just a bit off. Fnatic opened with 3B, 2A. Durka does indeed have an op, just as G2 predicted. But instead of playing Showers, he's playing B long with Alpha Air. So G2 are focused on the A side, Fnatic focused on B. How will this round play out? The barriers drop, G2 Sky Flash, Gecko Flash Showers. Hero gets pushed back. Showers control is G2's. Trent grabs the ult orb. His Gecko ult is now online. With all this noise A, Durka begins taking space B long with his op, while Alpha Air shifts towards A.
There's that op.
Durka now has the deep line B long. At the same time, Valen in market is a bit worried. He knows Fnatic could have gotten a timing to walk down B long and flank him. So G2 called to interleap to hold Showers control while the rest of the team works back short towards Valen. But then, Boaster turns his Asher Star short into a smoke. So G2 called to play it slow and wait out the smoke.
Almost heavy lean towards A like you're seeing on the minimap. The problem with Bind is Hookah.
G2's been quiet for too long, so Fnatic fade eye Shower. But Leaf slips out of Showers and dodges the eye. He knows Fnatic thinks Showers is cleared, so he walks back into Showers into an off angle. At this time, Fnatic's smoke short is about to fade.
When you don't run a Sentinel, you kind of need a player there for peace of mind. Boaster's kind of reading into it though.
Bullets traded short, no kills found. The pack of G2 then begin working back market. They want to reconnect with Valen to re-clear the B side of the map. G2 even pinged the potential spots Fnatic could be. But Durka is holding deep B long with an op. Will G2 walk into his crosshair?
Vested from the attacking side, Boaster has to double back. It's going to be a slow re-clear of this hookah area.
Yeah, and you mentioned just a couple of moments ago that this is the weak spot. This is what's unclear. Durka's gotten a little bit further up.
Durka just misses the timing. Icy is up hookah while the rest of G2 shift back A. So G2 are calling to fake hookah and end A. 35 seconds left. Icy Roomba's hookah. At the same time towards A, Hero Prowler Showers. So G2 is creating fake info and Fnatic is trying to get info. Leaf hears a Prowler, he dodges, avoiding the detection. So he tiptoes back into Showers. Icy finishes making noise hookah. He wants to go home. 30 seconds left.
Duelist utility that's intended to make noise, but he's got to find safe passage out. What a snap from Icy. Where do they go from here, though? They can try to lean back to the other side of the map if they want. Alfie are spotting Wingman with spike in hand, will fall. 13 seconds left. They've burned this candle down really low. Can they flood behind it? The spam coming through. Trent's dead, but the spike down. The attack in an advantageous position. Icy on the swing, but Leaf on the kill. Boaster and Hero left standing, and they've gotten it down to 2. Hero cannot stand any longer. He's left Boaster by himself with ult in hand in a 1v2. And then he still has to get the spike defused, trying to very carefully play every single position.
And G2 strike back. They close the gap, 9-10. Fnatic are still ahead though, but for how long? Fnatic open with a 3-stack B and 2A. A is their weak side, but they have Viper ult, so they want to ult short, and with Raze holding Showers, suddenly this 2-player hold on A seems a lot scarier. But G2 have completely read Fnatic's game plan. They see that Fnatic have Viper ult, they have a read that she'll probably ult short, and they're guessing that Fnatic probably won't 3-stack the site with Viper ult. With this in mind, G2 open with 4 Showers. And Leaf is sitting where G2 buy guns, holding for a Fnatic flank. With that, the round begins.
But they're still down 1.
Short is gassed up. G2 dog Showers. Durka breaks it from top triple. He then repositions to another off angle.
Durka's in a really good spot, man. A cheeky little angle. Is there anything to clear it? Do they expect it? Maybe a flash? Yeah, it's exactly what it is. The smokes go down, the Dizzy goes through, the one-way's been disrespected.
G2 execute and take backside. G2 are saying, hey Fnatic, you guys can have short. We'll just take all of backside and your spawn. That short control is pointless anyway since the rest of your team can't meet up with the pit since we have Leaf holding the flank. So now it's actually Fnatic who are trapped short.
They fully cleared it and Trent's all the way backside already. Boaster's been dropped. They're going to try to push into spawn. The problem is they don't have U-Haul control. This is danger on the other side. P still has a flash, but he's been spotted out on the swing. The Thrash, he's been tagged, he's been dropped. A 4v3 advantage the way of the attack still, but they've got to realize they don't have any control of short. Leaf knocked on the door. He tried sniffing his way in, but he couldn't. And so now the swing back towards Showers. Icy with so much to deal with. How do you drop the Turk? You cannot! The time is so short, though. Fnatic have to accelerate. They have to go, and they have to go now if they want to have a shot at this. I don't think there's enough time.
There isn't. G2 claw back and tie up the score. Fnatic funds are running low. They can barely squeeze out a full buy. Most can only afford half armor. And G2 know this too. G2 have seized the momentum, but they aren't getting complacent. They open with a 3-1-1 default. They call to show a bit of presence belong, but actually just hold for pushes. And with Valen holding short this round, there will be no gaps in G2's default. As for Fnatic, they open with 2 long, 1 hookah, and 2 A. They are ready for a fast long hit. The barriers drop, G2 triple swing B long. Alpha jump peeks and spots 3 G2 players. But G2 see this too, so they just post up. Fnatic smoke long in response. G2 spams through, making a ton of noise. With contact taken long, the other side of the map start getting active. Leaf begins slowly creeping forward. Hero, seeing that there's no G2 util Showers, jump peeks out for more info. He doesn't see anyone. But Leaf was close enough Showers and heard Hero's jump peek. He knows that Hero didn't see anything too. His spidey senses tingle. He posts up in an off angle. And Leaf's hunch is correct. Hero and Chronicle double up. They're calling to push out Showers.
Looks Valen has showed so far. The last 2 rounds has been everything Showers. That's why you see Fnatic now trying to fight for it.
Hero and Chronicle both here.
Oh, Leaf, he's been so deadly in holding these angles.
That's not quite gonna be enough! But Leaf settles and gets 2! Perfectly teed up!
That's a free A site as well.
And so they flip the map, feeling some of the pressure, dealing some of their own, and now they've tucked tail, they've gotten away. Jonah P will be the casualty, but the site is theirs. Numbers the way of the attack. Icy hearing that. You gotta realize Alfier's waiting on the other side. It's messy.
The dust settles, G2 are up 4v2. Fnatic called to save. So for the first time this map, G2 have taken the lead. G2 are completely shutting down Fnatic's agency. What can Fnatic even do? Because Fnatic saved 2 rifles last round, they managed to again barely squeeze out 1 final full buy. But everyone has half armor and Hero only has a Guardian. If Fnatic lose this round, their economy will hit rock bottom while G2 will hit map point. This is a round they cannot afford to lose. Fnatic opened with the same setup as last round, 3B, 2A. However, their game plan is very different. But G2 are also changing up their default. They want to show a new look. They open with 4A and 1 holding hookah. The barriers drop, Jonah P sky flashes Showers, then he immediately regroups with his team short. So G2's game plan is to fake Showers' presence to bait out either a short or hookah push from Fnatic. But Fnatic aren't pushing. Instead, Joker and Alpha creep towards a TPB long. They're setting up a Showers TP play.
Now Fnatic are probably thinking, oh, is it going to be 3 members taking that? Are they walking in?
But no Showers fight will happen because G2 called to begin clearing short.
Flash came out, Hero got pushed off the angle, and they took Showers, they took the orb. And so that's where the threat is, but the Prowler's going to confirm there's no one there.
The Fatal pushes G2 back.
Trent's dead.
Gets spammed.
That's a spike, well out of reach. Those little T-Rex arms aren't going to reach that.
Those ones aren't either.
But they're gonna have to try. Tucked behind the cover of the smokes, they push their way forward. Icy's dead! Oh my gosh! Alpha Year's filthy!
That was so quick, Poster.
And Fnatic flawlessly win the round. Fnatic strike back and tie up the score. Both teams are neck and neck. Which team will break the stalemate and claim map point? Fnatic opened with the same setup as last round, 3B, 2A. But G2 have different plans. They remember in round 15, Fnatic were throwing util through the TP when contact was taken hookah. With this in mind, G2 called to do something they haven't done yet. G2 called to rush down hookah, bait Fnatic's A players to take out their util out in the open, and Leaf will be ready short to punish. But first, Trent flashes B long, drawing attention to long as the rest of G2 creep up hookah.
Walk in if that was to happen. Hero was jiggling with a tether out. Alpha was B long towards the TP, ready for the crunch.
They're satcheling off the flash. They're trying to spot and punish Poster, and they do. a considerable amount of damage.
And Fnatic draws first blood. The short lurk backfired with Chronicle catching Leaf in the act. G2 have 0 A control now, but they have Hookah. What will they do?
Of course, it's Chronicle. He started the map hot. He might be the one to close it. Icy satchels into his death. It's again disaster.
And G2's Flood gets sucked up and torn apart. Fnatic up 5v1.
What does Trent do here?
He's gonna die. He's left to his devices. Fnatic are giving ones though.
And Fnatic pull ahead and arrive at map and series point. G2 are on the doorsteps of elimination. Okay, so a Hookah Flood is not the way, especially against an Astra. So G2 called to go back to defaulting showers while holding for pushes. But Fnatic completely read this. They're doing the exact same setup as before, and their long players are both eyeing the teleporter. We're in the final hour of this map. Will Fnatic win, survive another day, and eliminate G2? Or will G2 bring this map to overtime, giving them a chance to come back in map 3? Let's find out.
A completely different way. And just like that, Fnatic answer back and are on match point. And it's gonna be a showers crunch. Is this the end?
There's danger here. They've got to realize that.
Hero's Prowler latches onto G2 outside of showers, so Fnatic don't kick the TP just yet, because that would result in instant death. G2 posts up for a push, but no push is spotted. So they Roomba forward and begin taking back showers.
You've got Durka and you've got Alfier waiting on the other side, and Alfier has his ult.
They want to pull the trigger so bad.
But Hero gives the space up. Vacates that aggressive angle.
They're still here. They still want it. Here it comes, Doug.
Can they weather this? It's 1-for-1. Meanwhile, G2 seem to have stabilized, at least for a little bit, but Alfier invests the thrash. He's dealt with. He's done.
And G2 tear apart Fnatic. G2 up 4v2. They're gonna bring it to overtime.
G2 continue to play things down to the thinnest of margins. The most unforgiving of moments. But barring a clutch, OT may be on the cards. Boaster has his ult. How does he invest it here?
The thing is Valen still has a molly, still has a stim. If he doesn't get taken out, even if that Astra ult goes up, it's not gonna be enough.
Here it is, it goes up. Chronicle's going to buy a little bit of time. There's the molly that you were speaking of.
And the re-wrap as well, short A. Look at Leaf.
There's no idea for them to know if it's on right now because they're still waiting on the other side of the wall. This one coming through will connect onto Leaf. Still work to be done. Poster has gotten it to half. There's the flash, there's the swing! And Chronicle gets all!
It's a miracle, a birthday miracle. Fnatic eliminate G2. And don't forget to try out Arknights using my link below.